day. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tennessee Titans.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about story. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. It takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again the Seattle Seahawks offense.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him. Everyone to the line of scrimmage. If he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This caught by Carlson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd down, it's Alexander. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
From the 44, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a 1st down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet. And even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
On first down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they got after them early.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now McNair. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Returnable here from the 38. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught. Baldwin. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The Seahawks send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. It's McNair. Britt's got it complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be tackles really put it on those receivers.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call it 6 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. To throw again on second down. Wilson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. That was all great until the final act. Able to scramble, get the first, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
And as a former defender, I can tell you that when a quarterback scrambles and picks up a first down on 3rd down, that's usually demoralizing for a defense. But when he coughs it up in doing so, elation results after that.
A new lease on life, so to speak.
No doubt about it.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, McNair. And Walker with it over the middle.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 11 now.
Now McNair off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Fowler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Here's Johnson. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Johnson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's McNair. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
McNair. And Walker has it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Why are we doing this?
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Second down and 7.
Here's Wilson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And down he'll go at the 25.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's McNair. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now McNair.
He'll check this down to Johnson.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's McNair. And this is going to be incomplete. On now is the Titans punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well, he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
McNair to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, McNair. He finds an open man. It's Brent. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. McNair under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down, McNair.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. McNair.
Again, it's Johnson.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. From the gun on 3rd down, McNair. And he will have a Titans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
3rd and 2, now Wilson.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mason. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Looking to throw. McNair. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. McNair looking middle, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, McNair dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McNair. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Big hold to the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carlson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Carlson. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Lynch. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line. A chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McNair. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. A give to Henry. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This is complete. It's Baldwin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 41, Wilson eluding the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Strong grabs it over the middle.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And I think there defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carlson. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got him. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point. Working with a 2nd and 4.
They go to Johnson again.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry. He gets this one to Johnson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Now a handoff to Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. There's the tight end, Carlson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.